Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VFG Movie Reviews with your host, Tim Williams.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to VFG Movie Reviews, and I am Tim, and this is my review for Season 1, Episode 6, the finale of Miss Marvel, No Normal. And yes, that is 100% true. This is definitely no normal. I'm going to give you the overview of the episode, and then I'm going to go into my thoughts and the overall stuff behind the show, people's perception of this show, and then we'll go from there. So we get the full coming out. She is Nightlight. She is who she is. Finally, her parents know. They're very accepting of her and what it is. They just want her to be safe and to only sneak out if she's helping people, which I get, which is awesome. And then we get this great montage of her skipping through the city, stopping at red light. The show is so totally cute and relatable. And we get her basically meeting up with Bruno and Kamran to get Kamran out of the city because the Department of Damage Control is looking for him. Hilarity and stuff ensues. They come up with this great plan. The plan's executed. They all get arrested, and then there is this big fight between the DOC and Kamran when he finds out that his mom died and Miss Marvel was part of it. So we get it. We get the big thing. She finally takes control and understands her powers, and we get her to say it in biggin. And it's brilliant, man. If you look at, there's a scene, which I don't know how other YouTubers get all these scenes from the episode, man. I scour everything that's pretty much out there, and I can't get the shit, but I mean, it is what it is. So she's like 10 feet tall, and the hard light is what is in the embiggening. It's not her personally, but it's the hard light, and I absolutely loved it. It's a great way to change the power, but keep the power the same. It's super dope. We get that moment between her and Kamran that he just wants to destroy him, but she's showing that that's not the answer. And she opens up a hole in the ground and gets him to escape. The DOJ, I keep wanting to call it the DOJ, but the Department of Damage Control is about to swoop in on Kamala, and her whole community surrounds her and saves her and shows the good that she was doing in this world. I love it. And then we get the post-credit. We get the big thing. The big thing. And people are still bitching about this, but we got the big thing. She's a mutant. Oh, I love it. But now you're saying, Tim, but that's just one step too far. She's an Inhuman. Well, let me break it down for you. And I was going to take the clip from New Rockstars, because Eric Voss puts it perfectly and explains it way better than probably I'm going to do it. The guy who was controlling the television aspect before Feige took it over and just put a Marvel under one banner totally stopped doing the X-Men comics book because they didn't want to help the competing studio, which is kind of dumb because they kept doing Spider-Man stories. So they pushed the Inhumans. And that was kind of right when I was getting into the Inhumans and stuff like that. And I love Black Bolt, Medusa, all those characters. They came up with the story, instead of being a mutant, she is now an Inhuman activated by the Terrigen Mist. But guys, we don't have to do that now. The Inhumans aren't a thing. They are. Why do the lesser version of mutants instead of just doing mutants? X-Men's your top brand. The mutant genre is the top brand, not the Inhumans. This makes sense in the MCU. So there it is. There it is. That's the only reason. If the X-Men comic books were still going, she would have been a mutant. 100% she would have been a mutant. So we get the reveal. Bruno says, I was looking at your DNA and you have a mutation. And she kind of plays it off. She's like, well, it'll just be another label and I don't care. And keys, please. And I love that. She's not making it a big deal. It's there. It's out there. It's pink and wiggly. I mean, I love it. I love it. And then we get the post-credit scene. Kamala's bangle is glowing a color we've never seen before. And then she gets turned into a twisty, timey, gooey spaghetti mess. And there is Miss Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, Brie Larson, looking oh so cool in the new outfit. It is not a shapeshift. They switched places. The creator of the show specifically said they just switched places. It was not a shapeshift or anything to that nature. Now, that's the end of the show. I loved it. I love that this show has delivered everything that we wanted in this show. Now, the criticism, oh, she's Muslim. I can't relate to. Well, why can't you? Family dynamic, friends dynamic, coming into your own, and everything else. I don't understand how you can't adapt because she's a Muslim. Well, I mean, they can't adapt because you're a Christian. So what's the fuck? What's the goddamn point of any of this? Even giving the show a knock because she's Muslim, it's dumb. It's a family dynamic, growing together, getting an ability, and being hard to explain to your family. Like, it's all there, man. We've all had shame. We've all had things that we couldn't explain to our family members and all this other. This show hit every episode. And then there's people that are being like, well, the first two were really good. The second two weren't that bad. And then blah, blah, blah. At a storytelling standpoint, every episode advanced the story. Every episode. There was not an episode that no story was advanced or anything else. Maybe you guys don't understand story development, and maybe that's the case. But again, I'm just railing because I really like this show. I really liked Amon Villani. I think Amon Villani and the dad are the standout of this show. That father-daughter dynamic, something I want in my life. I want to have a daughter, I want to have that dynamic. I don't want to bang on too hard about it. But this show was really good, and this is the last show, so we are giving it the 5-star treatment. Where does this lie on my 5-star scale? This is a 4-star movie. Well, TV show. Basically a movie. It hit on everything. It told a great story. We have one of the biggest reveals in the MCU, mutants. And everybody's just overlooking that fact. You guys bang on crying about, where's the X-Men? Where's mutants? Why haven't they been put in? Blah, 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 blah. Here it is. Imagine what is next to come. Guys, just imagine what is next to come. It's amazing. It's awesome. Oh, and I didn't touch on it before, but the scene between her and her dad where he gives her the name Miss Marvel, I was bawling to see the love and the dynamic between the characters. Guys, if you don't like this show, you are ridiculous. Stop watching the MCU because you obviously... That's my stand. This is where I stand. You may or may not disagree with that. I'm here for it. Let's have a conversation in the comments. I would love to have it with you. Guys, thank you so very much for watching this. We're on to She-Hulk, and I am Groot. I can't wait, guys. We will see you in our next review.